Before we wrap up this portion of the morning, I want to take a few minutes to talk about where we go from here. I'm sure that's on the minds of many of you out there. The Compact for Racial Justice, an agenda for fairness and unity. How do we make this more than just a tagline, but a living idea that lives in our work, it lives in our conversations with each other, lives in the policy we make, is part of our lived reality. To make our vision a reality, we need to move government to protect our rights, to protect and enforce and expand our rights like it did decades ago. That is why the first demand that ARC puts forth in this compact is the reconstitution of the Office of Civil Rights, to do that job, to do its job. And whether it's on the job, at the school, or at the border, we need an OCR that steps up and takes action to preserve everyone's rights. So that's the first order of the day. Because most racial disparities are preventable, the second demand we have coming out of the compact is the development of what we're calling racial impact statements at every level of government. When a law is passed or even being contemplated, we need to ask the question, what is that law going to do to or for our communities? How is it going to help all of us move forward? And that's what racial impact statements are about. And we need to ask those questions and demand that our leaders, whether they're in city council, state legislature, or in Congress, to ask those questions about how these laws are going to help or harm our communities. And finally, we're demanding that immigration reform be placed back on the table for public debate. And first and foremost, that means the ICE raids have to end. Then we need to move forward and have a real honest discussion about fundamentally changing immigration law in this nation. But really, that conversation and how this is going to happen is really not just about who's president or who's in Congress. We at the Applied Research Center know from working with you for over 26 years now that kind of change happened because of your work, or what you do on a daily basis. You make that difference. And history tells us that leaders, no matter who they are only as good as the mandate that we echo up and out to them. Our demands should not be silenced, they should be heard, and they should be inescapable. To every politician, to every person, the demands should be clear. It's our voice, it's your voice, it's our community's voice that really matters in this. So there are three things that we're asking people to do today to create this mandate for racial justice. The first, we need you to raise your voice and really support the Compact for Racial Justice. We're asking you today to sign a pledge to make this happen, to make a commitment to racial justice, to making a movement for racial justice in this country that connects all of our issues, all of our aspirations and visions together. Second, we need all of our organizations. This is a movement building opportunity. And that means the resources and the time and the energy of what you do every day in your organization, we need to bring that together and ask them to endorse the Compact for Racial Justice. And finally, because we know people need tools, we heard that even today, and how we even talk about this and move this forward, we need you to go online and download the toolkit for the Compact and spread the word about the movement. So this is going to be one of those unusual moments where a person at the podium asks you to take out your cell phone and turn it on. And at this moment, I do want you to make the pledge to support the Compact for Racial Justice. So the text message number is 41411. You write CAST support, followed by your full name and information, and hit send. And you just got involved with the Compact for Racial Justice. And as the Director of Strategic Partnerships, know that you'll be getting a call, an email from me saying, we're going to move this. Are you with me? So I just want to ask, we're going to move this. Are you with me? Are you with me? Thank you so much.